Hello and welcome to Yew Chung International School. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate our school's 80th anniversary. Along with a dynamic art faculty, our school hosts a unique artist-in-residence program. This program provides YCIS students with the exciting opportunity to learn from and collaborate with professional working artists. The artist-in-residence team works with students of all ages, beginning with early childhood education and continuing on through primary and secondary classes. Together, they work on projects that nurture each student's artistic expressions and creativity, inspiring them to develop inquisitive minds, encourage learning, and revitalize the school environment. Lastly, our artists continue their work outside of school, sharing with the community and the world as examples of how art is a meaningful and integral part of life. Enjoy the tour.
Hi, I'm Haruka Aslip. I'm from Japan, and this is Ren. Hi! This is my latest art creation. After high school, I went to the United States. I studied at Savannah College of Art and Design, and I studied painting. But right after my painting degree, I got interested in performing art as well. What inspires me to create is usually some people's personal stories or political issues or things that happens around me that I get inspired by listening to their story, but then I feel like I want to share that with other people. With ECE students, we often bring materials and then see what inspires them to create. So sometimes they like to play with the texture, sometimes they like to feel how the material feels in their hands. So they create something that's very organic. And together, we find solutions and make decisions while we are creating artwork. So with this project called I Spy Circle, I wanted to include ECE students in this big mosaic mural project I'm doing with all the students in all the sections for the 80th anniversary of Yew Chung. All the circles would be created by students and would go on this giant tree mosaic. The circles are about how everyone joins together. We all make a circle.
Hi, I'm Claire Lau. I'm a painter and a musician. I was originally born in France and came to Hong Kong when I was 7. I came to Yew Chung in year 5 and was here until I finished my IB. And after I graduated from Yew Chung, I went to Hampshire College in the US in Amherst, Massachusetts. There I studied studio arts and music. I'm interested in the environment. As an IB student, I started to be aware of air pollution and deforestation in Hong Kong. And after I went to the US, I kind of carried my interest to start plein air painting. Plein air in French means in the outdoors, in the open air. So I've started to paint exclusively outdoors. And through the process of this, I feel like I'm also inspiring a lot of people when they see me paint outdoors, especially someone of my age. They're always very surprised, and a lot of people crowd around to see what I'm doing or actually start looking at the trees, at the city, the landscape around them. And so I really think that the process of painting outside in itself is very inspiring and important. Through this ECE project, I wanted to bring my interest in both visual arts and music together. I wanted to make musical instruments that were artistic. So I took large recycled water bottles, and using paint, I wanted the students to make them very colorful. And these bottles would be used as drums later on. I had the ECE students dip wooden beads in paint, then insert them into the bottles, twist the caps on, and shake. While they were shaking, the beads were making sound and were painting the inside of the water bottles. Through this process, they were creating music while they were creating art, and they were also creating art while they were creating music.
So my name is Emily. I'm originally from Michigan in the United States, and I studied illustration at the Savannah College of Art and Design. I'm also an illustrator and a painter. Sometimes I do illustrations for magazines or window displays, creative products like t-shirts, greeting cards, tote bags, notebook, buttons, stickers, badges, all kinds of merchandise. I do a lot of illustration and painting work in my free time. So, as an artist in residence at Yew Chung, I really hope to bring my inspirations to the students, expose them to the kind of art that I'm interested in, and hopefully share new things with them, new techniques, new projects. And I really think it's important, and I think it's exciting to get to do really unique projects with the students here at Yew Chung, give them an opportunity to maybe create some kind of artwork that they would never have a chance to do otherwise. And I think it's really unique for them. I think it's really cool that they can have an opportunity to try something different, maybe that they've never done before. So for example, at the primary school, I've done a lot of productions with the students. Everything from costume design to set design to practicing acting and speaking. And I feel like that's a really unique opportunity for the primary students just to do something to that scale and really to do everything from scratch and to be so creative in such a variety of ways. I think it's really cool for them, really special opportunity.
My name is Gabe Osley. I'm a cartoonist, sequential artist, and I'm from the United States. And then I decided I want to do comics. So I went to Savannah College of Art and Design. And then after that, I met Haruka. And then both of us went up to New York City together. And I worked at a lot of different places. I did a while at a illustration studio. That was for children's books, and I picked up a lot of good skills as far as inking digitally and all these things. And then I found out about Yew Chung, and I've gotten to do like painting, sculpture, collages, huge murals, all kinds of fun stuff. And the last couple of years, I've gotten 3 books published, one through DC Comics and 2 others with Devil's Due Digital. And these are with different writers from different parts of the world. And that's the kind of stuff that I really love is collaborating with other people that have scripts and characters and stories, and then trying to visualize those characters and those scenes. That's where I get most excited with art. Working with secondary students is always fun and interesting. We always want to bring them projects and opportunities to be creative and think outside the box. As we get older, it's important to remember that joy of drawing, painting, and creating we all share as small children. Teenagers start to lose that simply because of how busy life starts to get at this age. So one thing we started was an event called the 12-Hour Art Day, which itself was inspired by the global event called 24-Hour Comics Day. For 12 hours on a Saturday, students and teachers and staff as well can come in and work on whatever they like. Paintings, drawings, sculptures, it's up to them. We work alongside them on our projects and give tips and advice when they need it,
but it's a very self-directed exercise. Since the life of a student here can be really packed with assignments and tests, we give them a chance to be creative and challenge themselves, and they really take off with it. Plus, they just have a lot of fun. In addition to the 12-hour art day, the AiR team works with secondary school students in a variety of ways. We lead projects for Year 12 students in the IB Diploma program according to our specialized skills and areas of interest. We also organize workshops where we bring in external artists to share their insights. This year, we invited professional photographers to host workshops with students for the 80th anniversary Capture 80 photo contest. Every summer, our artists also organize different summer projects, from mural paintings and mosaics to studio and gallery visits, as well as outdoor sketching trips.
Hello, I'm Esther Chow. I grew up in Hong Kong and I studied in the US, in Chicago at the School of the Art Institute, and I majored in fine art. My focus was on painting and drawing, but I also like photography and printmaking. I like to paint from observation, and color is a very important element of my work. And I really like beauty. I like to see things. I like nature. And so a lot of my paintings has to do with color and the things that I see in the world. I like shapes and colors and also pattern, landscape. I like sunsets. I like to see how the color changes in the day and how it looks on a fruit, on a flower. And also like food. I love to eat. And so I did a series of painting on food, and just the color combinations on a plate, I found that really fascinating. And to me, like, food is also perhaps my only access to nature living in a city.
My name is Sara Barati, and I'm from the U.S. I studied at Missouri Western State University, just north of Kansas City, Missouri, and got my Bachelor of Arts in Art with an emphasis in painting. After that, I was interested in combining my art with the theater, so I did a couple of internships in theater, one in New York and one in Kansas City. As a scenic art intern, I studied under the scenic charge artist, and we worked on backdrops, painted props, painted faux finishes for the stage. And then after that, I had a job around the same time as a teacher assistant, tutoring students, and I went back to school, discovered I liked teaching, went back to school, got a master's in teaching. And then I taught for 5 years at a local high school in Kansas City. I think as an artist, I'm just inspired by the idea of creating an illusion and making something appear 3D and appear real when it's not really there. But I'm also interested in surrealism and abstraction and combining images. Sometimes I get inspiration from a parable or story or metaphor to combine different images together.
Yew Chung's gallery hosts exhibitions, which are open to the public, as well as talks and workshops for students. It's a great way for students to engage with artwork displayed and experienced in a modern and real-world setting. They can ask questions and share how the artworks affect them. The Artists in Residence team shares our art with the community and the world in many ways, such as book publishing, magazine illustration, installations in stores, murals around town, and with exhibitions throughout the world. Our artists also use their skills to visually enhance promotional materials that the students and the public encounter. We design brochures, posters, and logos for programs and school events. For the 80th anniversary, our artists designed several souvenirs to commemorate the occasion. Recently, our Bloom Show, where our artworks joined together with the works of students, staff, and alumni, raised a significant amount of money for the Seeds of Hope charity, a fund that helps build schools and communities of need throughout China.